Okay, welcome everyone to the Friday edition of 15 Minutes of Positivity. I have a little bit of a technical challenge ahead of me. Let's see if it all works out, but I think you guys will appreciate hopefully what I'm about to show you. So uh, to set the tone, this is one of my heroes. Her name is Eve Ensler, playwright, feminist, just all around beautiful human being. And I remember watching a TED talk of hers, and someone asked her, "What is the point of it all? What is the point of this life thing and being human?" And she said, as far as she could tell, it's really boils down to figuring out what you want most in life, and then make it your life's mission to give that away to others. So this is the actual quote here: "You have to give to the world the thing that you want the most in order to fix the broken parts inside of you." And when it comes to, the whole theme of this thing that we do here on a daily basis, just for a few minutes, it is fundamentally about, I think, cultivating these parts of ourselves that just make our life sweeter and more meaningful. And of course, compassion is right at the center of all of that. So today's practice will be a compassion practice. Quick definition of compassion: it's our ability to recognize suffering and to cultivate our heartfelt desire to alleviate suffering. Now, notice how it's not referring to suffering in others, it's just referring to suffering in general. And the theme for today will be learning how to use our capacity to feel compassion. In other words, the reduction in pain or suffering in others, and to also remember that we too are people. And it's so common. We see this in the clinic. It's a pretty ubiquitous experience that people feel like they have the capacity for compassion towards others, but when it comes to themselves, then it's, all bets are off, and things are challenging. So there's a little trick that we can use that the Buddhists have taught us for many, many hundreds, if not thousands of years, where we can leverage our capacity for compassion for others and then redirect it towards ourselves. And this, by its very definition, is this process of self-directed brain plasticity, right? So we're activating our mind, we're intentionally activating compassion. And when we do so, that changes the structure and function of our brain, which in turn changes the predisposition of our mind. Okay, so here comes the technical challenge. I'm hoping this all works out. I actually want to show you guys what this looks like under the microscope. So what does brain plasticity look like? Because our brain, our neuronal activity and the connections formed by neurons is constantly changing. That's what we're really leveraging here intentionally. So let me show you this while see if this works. Okay, here we go. So these are two neurons, and these little spindly things, those are the axons and dendrites that are reaching out to form connections. And of course, these connections are what we call synaptic connections, right? So the idea of synaptogenesis, or the growth of new synaptic connections between neurons, is fundamentally what neuroplasticity is all about. So you can see these two neurons. I'll play it again. They are based on experiences. They are reaching out to each other to figure out whether or not they should connect. And keep in mind, neurons are these strange cells. They're not like red blood cells that are just round globs. Some neurons can be several inches long, so they're literally these peculiar cells, and they have these axonal and dendritic spines that reach out to other neurons. And when they in fact connect and form the synaptic connection, then this magical neurochemical activity takes place, where you have dopamine and serotonin and glutamate, and all these neurotransmitters get passed back and forth. And the truly amazing thing is that of the 90 to 100 billion neurons that we have in our neocortex, each single neuron can have as many as 10,000 of these dendritic and axonal connections happening. So pretty remarkable. And so let's take advantage of this fact. And I want you today, as we're doing this practice, see if you can imagine this happening in your brain. I really want to sort of tie it back to the nuts and bolts neurobiology of what we're actually doing here on a regular basis. Um, yeah, so let's practice. So let's start by closing our eyes, finding our seat. As per usual, I'm finding my feet are crossed. I have this tendency to do this, so I'm going to put them both flat on the ground, closing my eyes, dropping into the present moment. Really nothing fancy about it. It's just sitting, breathing, feeling grounded, and just slowing things down. And this act alone of just slowing things down and doing so intentionally is the act of self-directed positive neuroplasticity. In order to do so, there's a whole slew of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of neurons that are being activated to connect, so we have this subjective experience of what it's like to feel grounded. And if the sense of grounding is a desirable state that we want to cultivate, obviously, the more we do this, the more we have these neurons reaching out to each other and saying, got it, let's form connections. Let's wire this state of being. Let's wire it up. And then activating our sense of compassion. So I want you to bring to mind someone that you care about deeply. Could be a friend, a family member, someone you admire in the public space, doesn't really matter. But I want it to be someone that evokes a sense of love and appreciation. And imagine being in their presence. Now connect with the fact that this is a human being. They are subject to all of the ups and downs of life, sickness, sadness, joy. And sometimes this person that you love and admire hurts. Sometimes they feel confused and afraid, or maybe they're in physical pain. Now I'm inviting you to connect to this part of you that is the compassionate part. And maybe you can either say silently to yourself, or you can say it out loud because we're all muted. May you be free from pain and sorrow. May you be free from worry and fear. May you be free from overwhelm and doubt. May you be free from suffering. And just feel into that. Notice where in your body compassion resides. May you be free from pain and sorrow. May you be free from worry and fear. May you be free from overwhelm and doubt. May you be free from suffering. Breathe into that. As I mentioned earlier, you are a people too. And even though it may feel easy to feel compassion for someone that you love and that you care about, sometimes it's difficult for us to feel that towards ourselves and remembering that we too are a human just like them, wanting to figure this life thing out. And I invite you to put your hand on your heart, over your chest. Now imagine extending the same compassion towards yourself. May you be free from pain and sorrow. May you be free from worry and fear. May you be free from overwhelm and doubt. May you be free from suffering. Maybe imagine yourself looking at yourself in the mirror and saying this. We can make it a little more personal. May I be free from pain and sorrow. May I be free from worry and fear. May I be free from overwhelm and doubt. May I be free from suffering. And again, just breathing into that sensation. If you notice any resistance, it's okay. Quite typical for us to have a bit of a harder time extending these wishes towards ourselves. And if that's the case, you can go back to this person that you love and that you admire and feel back into these wishes for them. So imagine them suffering, struggling, and extend these wishes to them. May you be free from pain and sorrow. May you be free from worry and fear. May you be free from overwhelm and doubt. May you be free from suffering. The point here is not to fix them. It's not to take responsibility for their life or their struggles. But it's about activating that part of ourself that can go through this thing called life, being kind, being compassionate, and then back towards ourself. May I be free from pain and sorrow. May I be free from worry and fear. May I be free from overwhelm and doubt. May I be free from suffering. Truth is, I could keep doing this for another 15 or 20 minutes, but we're already out of time. So go ahead, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, go ahead and open your eyes, come back to the room. And yeah, I hope this was useful to have the visual of what it actually looks like when these neurons are doing their thing. That's neuroplasticity.
Incredible.
And yeah, I'll stick around for a few more minutes if anyone wants to connect. Otherwise, have a great weekend. See you on Monday at noon. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend.